Hello there, this is Sanjay Singh, your sales coach. And today we're going to talk on how do you give shape to your sales career in a corporate world. So, how do you really try and give a predefined shape to your career in sales when you're working in corporate? And I'm sure many of you out there who are working in the corporate world and who were baptized into the world of sales, I'm sure all of you were in your seventh heaven when you got a job at the corporate, right? And slowly, the first 2 years were great. And slowly, you started realizing that it's not as hunky dory. And there are challenges even in a corporate. The only difference is that when you're working in a corporate, you have a great office to flaunt and you have a wonderful working environment. So let's start today's session with the primary question: what is corporate sales? So if you get a job in a cushy, nice office with a big name, do we call it corporate sales? Or if you get a job in a public limited company or a blue chip company which is listed in the stock exchange, then do we call it a corporate sales? Or what exactly is corporate sales? Is it defined by the size of the company? Is it defined by the profitability of the company you're working for? Or at a very lower level, is it defined by the kind of flashy, cushy office that you have? Well, I'm sure it's neither of this. We call a function of sales as corporate sales when every function of sale, and for that matter, every function of management has fully evolved. So when you're working in a small and medium enterprise, you may be doubling up for a lot of functions of sales. So you could be a generator of lead, you could be also making the presentation, giving the demonstration, and you could also be involved in the negotiation. When you're working in corporate sales, you have every function of sales defined. So you have a defined backend, you have a defined marketing department, you have a defined sales department where you have a defined frontline salespeople. You have someone to think at the policy level, you have someone else to think at the strategy level, you still have someone else to think at the operations level. So every function of sales and marketing has properly evolved, and the size and scale of business is such that the company can afford to have all these functions suitably manned by competent people. Hey, that's what we call corporate sales. Now, when you get a job in corporate sales, you will realize that to do the same line of function, there are multiple people, right? Now, it is often said that when you get inside a corporate world, always wear your attitude in corporate sales. So, what do we really mean? I mean, I have met a lot of people who work in corporate world, and for them, wearing an attitude means showing off, flaunting themselves, and taking them to the next level where things do not happen the way they want.